This is a really quick video. One, I forgot my microphone and then it sounds like crap when I'm on my phone. If you've noticed lately, for those of you that follow this channel, I've been trying to get out more and more content, and that's one of my goals this year. But when you forget stuff, it's a problem. And then I was literally done school at 2:20. I'm looking at the clock. It's now 4:30 and I'm still here and I haven't shot a video yet because I've been talking to students and seniors that are melting down and teachers that needed to talk and stuff like that. So I just this is my first opportunity. Real quick, I was talking to a colleague and I thought I'd do a really quick video because I thought maybe this would help some of you. Some of this stuff will not help you. Some people will think this is dumb, but let me just to break one thing down. I got a comment yesterday, and I'm not gonna shout this dude out or like I usually don't. Like usually if someone sends a nasty comment, I just send a thoughtful response back and I don't say anything about it. Like I never mention it. And the idea was that I am something to the effect of I get away with the stuff that I get away with, like all of this or the silly things that I do because I'm in an all boys private school and I get the cream of the crop, I think was the language in the comment. And so look, I don't hold anything against that gentleman. And if you're watching this, I have no judgment, right? I'm just trying to clarify here that I teach in a charter school in West Philadelphia and that our school is not as it's not this perfect place where I show up every day. I get away with the stuff I get away with because there's worse things happening in the building. So me doing any number of dumb things that I'm doing kind of gets overlooked because there's other stuff going on in the building, right? And the point of my channel isn't to show you how hard my school is or how tough the neighborhood can be because that gets enough focus in the media. The last thing you need is me showing you the hood side of West Philadelphia. What I'd rather show you is my boys and the wonderful souls that they are and the things that they're trying to work through and think through and the way that they want to be in their lives, really, instead of the negative side of what the media pushes out all the time about neighborhoods like the one that I teach in. And to that end, here's the boys now, and then I'm going to tell you about what I want to talk about today. Are you in the video?
Yeah.
Look how much shorter you are than me.
I know, wow.
I look like a grown man. You look like a baby.
That was perfectly funny.
I thought it was hilarious.
Nobody else laughed.
I don't know what to talk about today.
I know. I mean, it's so much going on right now that it's just, I don't even.
So I see you got your hand replacement surgery.
I did.
Done.
I am now useful.
You're like the Tony Stark of West Philly.
Exactly. I'm a visionary.
All right. You gotta get close today because I don't have a microphone.
So, move up.
What question do you have for your? What question do you have for you in 10 years?
See, I already had this planned out. So here's a message for me in 10 years. Because I know I'm probably going to view this video back. All right? Put some dramatic music over this too, Reynolds. I know you're a good editor.
Got
all right?
it.
You ready? Well, hello there. It's us. I say we finally did it, huh? You ever had a kid, ever had a job, huh? We still a loser somewhere. Pretty sure you're successful now, but if you're not, on the off chance, hang in there, buddy. We got this.
Fist bump. I hope your grandkids watch that.
I hope everybody watches that, man.
All right, Kane, hop in here. You could ask yourself a question. You're 10 years from now. So how old are you? 18?
Yeah, 17.
17. So 27-year-old you. What question would you ask? They already know what's gonna happen.
Okay, so my first question to myself is, how's life going? Hopefully you don't have no kids. Hopefully you're not married right now. You're just in a relationship. And the main question I want to know, did you figure out why the L was so unique?
He's gonna be so married, and his wife is gonna be so pregnant.
She's gonna be married.
Well, how's it hanging? I hope everything's well in the future, and I hope that you ensure that you stay on the path that you would have wanted to stay on 10 years ago. That's it.
All right.
Still living with your mom? That's number one. Second question, are you mentally happy? Are you good in the position you are right now, 10 years from now? And where do you want to be in another 10 years from that?
Rufo, what question do you have for your 40-year-old self?
How bald are you gonna be?
Oh,
I
guess it's true.
Oh,
See
dude,
his dad?
I'm gonna be super bald. Do you have to move back in with your mom? Are you still working at Boys Latin? Yeah, I think that's all I really got right now.
All right. Here's my gig. I have a teacher friend that comes in and he says that his students are really apathetic and he's not really sure what to do with that. That they just kind of sit as like a horde in the back of the room and don't do work, and then they don't do well on the tests, and then they complain. And he says that he's just kind of given up on the year. And in talking with him, and this is how I heard it, right? So if you watch this, I'm not trying to diss you, but I think it was a really good conversation. I think a lot of people can get down with this. So he says, I'm just going to, like, next year, I'm going to be more consistent. Next year, here's a series of things I'm going to do to make it so it's a better year. And I think for those of you that are out there that are having a really tough year and you're not sure what to do, putting it off till next year is a terrible idea, because you could just as easily come in next week and change everything. My one big hang up with Harry Wong, and Harry Wong's he's doing great stuff in the world. I don't have anything against him. But in his book, The First Days of Teaching, Mr. Wong says that if you mess up that first day of school or that first week of school, it's over. Like it's over. And so if you didn't say that exact thing, I apologize, Mr. Wong, but that's what I remember reading, or that's how I interpreted it my first year of teaching. I think that is incorrect. I think you could have a dumpster fire in your room for the whole year and then flip it on its head. So for that particular teacher, there's 3 things I told him that he needs to do when he comes back in next week that I think will change his classroom. So one of those things is you come in and you say, guys, because we teach all guys, things have gotten away from me this year. I got a little bit too lax, and I want you to know that you're so important to me, right? If you watch this channel before, you know that this is something I say a lot, is telling your students how much you care about them. I really care about you, and I really want you to do well. And I think I have actually done you a disservice by not holding you accountable or having more structure and consistency in the class. So I want you to know that today I'm committed to having more structure and consistency in class and focusing on the needs that you have in class. So what we're going to do is change a couple of things to help incentivize class so that you can do better this year. That's the first thing, right? Is sort of admitting the state of affairs and letting the students know that you care. It has to come from a place of care. It can't come from a place of like, put my foot down, I'm not taking this anymore. You don't want to become like, some weird sergeant in your class. You're
Boy, drop down, give me 30 sit-ups right now.
trying to be a caring member of your community. The second thing is, I said, I would put everyone who's not doing well in a seating chart. I'm not a big fan of seating charts. My students sit wherever they want in class every day, unless they have an IEP, or I really, really know that like you need to be at a stand-up desk or something along those lines. But I don't typically do seating charts at this point of the year. At the beginning of the year, yes, because it helps me learn names and all that kind of stuff. But now they sit wherever they want. I said, what I would do is anyone who's not passing your class has to sit in the front of your room. So in here, that would look like, in my room, it would be any of these front seats. So like the first 3 rows is where you have everyone that's not passing your class. That's where they sit. The kids that are passing can sit wherever they want. What that's doing is, 1, it's breaking up the cohort in the back, right? It is putting kids in seats in the front. They have to pay attention. There's not as much distraction, and there's not as much movement, and there's not as much freedom, but you didn't earn that yet, right? The earning it means you can sit wherever you want. So my room, that kind of looks like this. So my room, the incentive piece would be, somebody also commented on the fact that I don't have a lot of desks in my room right now. That's because I keep getting rid of desks because I like workspace, and the kids would rather sit on the floor or something like that. So in here, it would be sitting there's stand-up desks in the back. There's 3 of them. There's also one in the front. The kids like to sit on these windowsills in the back also. I like that I can't even point to the right spot. Or they will sometimes sit at my desk, which is, I'm sure this video is not making anyone sick by me moving everything around, but I have old students coming over tonight for dinner and I'm trying to hurry up and get out of here. So it is, someone's either sitting here or at one of these locations in the back. They could also sit on the couch, which is right around this corner here. In doing that, you are helping these students to stay organized, to stay focused, and you're incentivizing doing well in class by allowing you to sit wherever you'd like. Other thing I think, and this is weird, so this is the part where I'm gonna lose some people, But if you want to get down with it, cool. If it's not your jam, again, go with the spirit of the idea and come up with your own version of it. And I'm sure that would be great too. But here's what I think you could do to even further incentivize doing well in your class. I think that for approximately no money or very little money, you could incentivize your class by doing any number of weird things that would make it even greater to sit in the back. So that could be as cheap as buying stickers. I love scratch and sniff stickers, especially ones that look weird, and kids love them too. I don't care how old your students are, they could be seniors in high school in the AP class, and they love stickers. These are unicorn stickers, and the kids act like they hate them, but then they're like, how come he got the pink unicorn, bro? I got the blue one. And it's like, I don't have an answer for that right now, because it's a weird thing that you even asked me that. I think you could also go to the dollar store this weekend. You could buy a box of hot chocolate. That hot chocolate you can bring into class, and if you want to spend an extra $1, you can get extra marshmallows. Bring that into class, set up on a nice little tray in the back. Hot water is free in the office. We have almost zero things that come like for free at our school, but we do get hot water in the office. Get hot water, bring it in, put it in a little pitcher, get styrofoam cups from your teacher's lounge or something like that. And the kids that are doing well get to drink hot chocolate while we're learning in class, right? That is just a simple little thing. You could buy popcorn at the dollar store, also top ramen at the dollar store, little boxes of cereal, chips, all kinds of weird crap that is incentivizing doing well in class. And here's why I think this is funny and a good idea. Students love to eat. I teach high school boys. All they want to do is eat and sleep all day. And if you're giving them snacks, letting them sit wherever they want, your class quickly becomes the best class of the day, number one. So you're building a culture of a place that students want to be in. Two, the kids that are in the front, they can smell the popcorn, they want the hot chocolate. Bro, you can have it too. My job isn't to try and keep you down. I'm not trying to trick you into getting an F. I don't want you to fail. I'm not pissed off at you and trying to keep you down. I only want you to do well. And if that means I have to bring in hot chocolate and make popcorn or top ramen or whatever the hell else they have at the local dollar store, I'll do anything I can to help you do better. Because guess what? Even if you're working for the good stuff and it's not your intrinsic motivation to learn something in class, I don't care. I've had pushback from teachers on these ideas before because they think they want kids to want to learn, to grow and become educated because of the intrinsic rewards of becoming an educator. Here's the problem with that. Is that the world isn't set up like that. We work hard. We go to college, get your master's, get your doctorate, become the person that you become largely because we want at least to live on our own and not in our mom's house next to the Christmas decorations in the basement. We want to make enough money. We want to take our kids places. We want to be able to pay for our kids to have new clothes and shoes at the beginning of the year. Like the things we do for some sort of extrinsic reward. Now look, I am not saying that what I do is for the extrinsic because I am not making enough money. It is absolutely, for me, my job is missional. For me, being here is something that I feel like is literally like what God put on earth for me to do. And that's what I'm doing. And this work that I do on YouTube as well, I feel like it is a missional stance for me. However, I could not do this job if there wasn't some sort of extrinsic piece also. And that's all I'm trying to communicate to the boys with. And so I think with those three very easy things, having an honest conversation with your class about the state of things and that you actually care, moving students to a space where they can either feel like they are being rewarded for what is good and what they've done, or put in a space to find success, not punished, but put in a space so they can find success. And then further incentivizing doing well in some way, shape, or form. And for teenage boys, guess what it is? Food. I think just those things could have a huge effect on your classroom. And remember, this is something you could do immediately. So whenever you're watching this video, you might not see this till 2 years after I put it out, and it could be July. But in the beginning of the year, just have that in your mind. And that creates this, it's still this sort of like playful nature. You're being creative with your solutions and you're helping kids try to win. That's it. I'm sorry about the poor quality of this video. I hope it helps you. If it does, please consider sharing this with someone else and sharing any of the videos that I have with people that you think would help. And if you have a way that you incentivize your class that you think is fun or useful, you leave it in the comments below. I really love to see what you're up to, and I'm sure everybody else would too. Gang, keep going. I appreciate you, and I appreciate the work that you do, and I appreciate all of your love and support. That's it, gang. I hope you have a great week. Peace. Peace.
Orion.